Welcome to part 2 of the PatternGenius tour. In part 2, we will explore the optional Genius add-ons and continue to build out the chart we began in part 1. We will get started by tapping the carousel on the left to go to our chart. We can tell which direction to tap because our chart is always brighter. Let's start with Chart Genius. Chart Genius provides several powerful features. First up is the Favorites bar. It's located at the bottom of the screen, and you can double tap any stitch in the palette to add it to favorites. We are using Purl, so I will double tap that. And we are using some cables, a 2-2 right cross purl and a 2-2 left cross purl. I'll add those to my favorites as well. Now we can switch between any of our favorites just by tapping them in the favorites bar. This saves you from having to switch palettes. You can also chart full screen. Tap the full screen button bottom left. You've more room for your chart and still can easily switch between stitches. To return to normal view, just tap the bottom left again. Chart Genius also provides a variety of options to configure our chart. Tap the Edit Chart button on the left. Here, we can set the name of the chart, the number of rows and stitches, the first row number, whether it's flat or in the round. We can also select to hide even wrong side rows, and when hidden, specify if the background should be garter or stockinette. PG is knitting smart, so this will control if the even rows are knit or purled. I'm going to set the rows and stitches for this chart and tap Save. Now my chart is just the size I need. The final thing Chart Genius provides is the ability to add repeats. I'm going to switch to a project that needs repeats to show how it works. To add repeats to this chart, we tap the Edit Repeats button on the left. To create a repeat, we drag our finger along the stitches we want to repeat. See how they become yellow? Don't worry if you don't get it right, just drag again. Now tap Add Repeat. We can set the color and number of repeats. Notice how the repeat lines are dotted? We can drag the line to adjust the repeat shape. Here, I'll set one of the edges. Now, of course, I could manually set the other edge, but often in knitting there's symmetry. With PG, you can copy or mirror one edge to the other. In this case, we want to copy the shape on the right edge over to the left. I'll tap the Copy button. Now, if I need to, I can drag the entire shape. Just drag the first row and the repeat edge will shift. Let's see this again. Here we have another motif that needs a repeat. I'll drag to select the columns. Then tap Add Repeat. I'll set the color and repeat count, and I'll drag to adjust the shape of one edge. For this repeat, I want to mirror this shape to the other edge, so I'll tap Mirror left to right. Once I'm done setting repeats, I'll tap X. Here you can see the repeats we've created. Let's switch back to the chart we were working on before so we can continue to build it out. Let's add some color to this chart. Color Genius provides us the opportunity to use color in a variety of ways. First, we can explore the Colorwork palette. I can select a color, and when I tap the chart, the color is added. I can also paint with color. You can double tap a color and add it to favorites. But let's say I want a symbol and color. I'll leave my color selected and rotate to basic. Now I can select any symbol and it will be placed along with the color. And of course, I can add this combination to my favorites bar as well. What if I want a different color purl dot instead of black? At the bottom right is a color selector for symbols. I can pick a color, and now my selected symbol will include that color. One more thing we can use color for is readability. Cables are an example of things that are sometimes hard to read and understand how the stitches should flow. We can add a fill color to our cables to make the direction really easy to see. When working two color cables, such as this example, this can have an even bigger impact. Let's add some of these new color cables to favorites. You can clear stitches out of favorites too. Just double tap the stitch in the favorites bar and it's removed. Of course, you might want to set your own custom colors. Just rotate to project settings and you can customize your color palette. Tap any color and now you can select a new custom color. Tap at the top to save your new selection. We will close this and return to our chart. It's coming along nicely, but now I need to finish the second side, which is a mirror image of what we've created so far. We will use the powerful editing tools provided in Select Genius for this. Tap Select on the left. Now, when you drag your finger across the chart from upper right to lower left, you are selecting a group of stitches. See how it's shading some of my chart? When I lift my finger, the selected stitches are yellow. And I've got a wide variety of tools to act on the selection. I can cut, copy, fill, mirror, replace symbols or colors in my selection. For now, I want to mirror. I'll tap Mirror. PG makes a copy of my selection and mirrors it. The new copy is blue. I can drag it around the chart. It won't drop into place until I double tap, so I can take my time and make sure it's positioned correctly. Then double tap and it's fixed in place. If I want to stamp the same motif several times, I can tap the clipboard to get another copy. I'll just put that right on top for now. We can also select the entire chart or a row or column. When we do this, we can add an entire row or column above, below, left, or right of the selection. We can also delete the selected row or column. Our chart is coming along nicely. Let's go to our project settings and explore Key Genius. Here in Key Genius, we can customize our key. Every symbol has a right side and wrong side definition, and we can add any customizations we need. Some symbols have a More button. This gives us the option to show the color choices as separate symbols with their own unique definitions. Turn a color choice on for it to show up in the key. Now, if I share this project, the key will have my customized details. Before I generate the PDF, let's also turn on written instructions. This is available as part of PatternGenius. It will automatically generate the written instructions for my chart. PG is knitting smart, so the written instructions will be correct for my Chart Genius settings, such as knitting flat or in the round. Hidden wrong side rows, and repeats will be added too. I'll create the PDF. Here we see our final chart, the customized key, and the written instructions, which are using our custom key definitions. That brings us to the end of part 2. Thank you so much for watching the PatternGenius tour. Please feel free to watch again anytime. There is also a lot more information about PatternGenius. Visit our website at PatternGenius.com, and our Ravelry group is PatternGenius. It's a great community with lots of great tips and support. I hope to see you there. Bye.